Alright. So quickly, I want to give the completely not only DevOps, not only DevSecOps. See.
Yeah, DevOps, exactly. It is my videos only.
ML ops, okay. ML SecOps, AI apps, and again AI SecOps, and again data apps, data SecOps. Yeah, right. And again finance. Okay. And again FinSecOps. These are the multiple things we may have. Okay. Bandwidth and again wave. Provide this solution because it is added studio. Swift language is a development for Advjava.
This is the one you are talking, right? Actually, Bharat. Bharat, are you audible? Is it audible to me? Hello, Bharat. Hello, Nikita, Raja.
Yes.
Is it audible, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's my demo videos only. Yeah, so I think fine. You can see these videos also, or else like anything is fine. Raja, are you audible, right? Are you there?
Yes.
Yeah. So meanwhile, you can see this videos also. It is also good from my end only. And yeah. So Jenkins syllabus, right? So this is a Jenkins complete syllabus, Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes, and again, what is SDLC, what is DevOps, in which scenario we're going to use, introduction of like physical servers, virtualizations, container platform, all these things. And again, so what is CI/CD? Why we need to use CI/CD? What is the use of CI/CD? And again, DevOps, like how exactly it will be helpful to us. And again, Jenkins deep dive, like walking through Jenkins console, creating a freestyle project with pipeline syntax, and again like multiple pipeline projects also we're going to handle. And again, after this, like we are going to integrate like multiple tools here, Jenkins with GitHub, Jenkins with SonarQube, Jenkins with JFrog, Jenkins with like completely Docker Hub, Trivia to scan Docker images, Kubernetes, Terraform, so all these things. And again, Jenkins configuration also, and again configuring credentials in Jenkins to use them in pipeline. So all these things, this is a Jenkins. So these are the Jenkins syllabus. And again, this is a completely 45 days of our class. And again, meanwhile, so Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes. And again, everyone knows that like source code management tools. And yeah, Docker. So any idea about like container? What is container? What is Docker? Anyone, any heard about Raja or Ishita, Bharat?
No.
How about you, Nikita?
No.
Sorry?
I didn't read about it.
Okay.
I didn't read about it.
Okay, you didn't have like any knowledge on that, right?
Yes.
All right. How can I say that? What is container? Any idea? No, right? Docker is a company name. Like, take an example. Before going to understand this scenario, first I will explain the syllabus. So Docker introductions, Docker deep dive, custom Docker images building, creating our own Docker images, volumes, Docker networking, registry, advanced concepts of Docker projects, and again the introduction of container orchestrations, Kubernetes, workloads, services, Kubernetes storages, configuring Kubernetes workloads, and again scheduling the jobs here, and again security areas, and again the networking, backup, and again restore, monitoring, and again troubleshooting other tools, right? This is what like exactly we are having here. Now we'll get back to here to understand here what exactly Docker. Don't see this containerized on virtualization. So except this right side, we can see the only bare metal virtualized containerized. So take an example, www.nikita.com, www.rajat.com, www.bharat.com. For these applications, I want to take 3 servers. That is the left side, bare metal. But now in the same machine, I can install the hypervisor, and they can bear like I will be sharing the hardware resources. What is the difference between virtualization and containerization here? Sharing the hardware resources called as a virtualization. Example, take an example, the scenario. If you want to install, right now everyone is having Windows laptop, right? Nikita, Raja, in your end user.
Yes.
Yeah, if you want to install.
No, I have Mac.
Great, ma'am. So yeah. So suppose take an example. If you want to see if anyone is having like Windows laptop, right? If you want to install Linux machine, the Windows machine, how to install? You have to install the third-party tool Oracle VirtualBox. In that, like you have to install the any kind of operating systems, right? That is what sharing the hardware resource is called as a virtualization. Take an example. In the current now, everyone are using Android phones. How about you, Nikita?
Yes, Android.
Okay. I thought that like you'll be saying Apple phone in this. All right. So anyway, see, take an example. Everyone will have like latest smartphones, minimum 6 GB RAM, 128 GB hard disk in your phone, right? I think OnePlus or Redmi, other Samsung S23, S24, right? Yeah. So in your mobile phone, if you go to the settings, there is a secondary space. What is mean by secondary space? Bharat, Nikita, Raja. What do you mean by like secondary space on this?
Secondary
Space in your phone.
it's external hard disk, external means the SD card.
No. Take an example, right? Everyone we are using latest smartphones is Ultra S24 or it's like S25. Okay, it is a 256 GB hard disk and again 12 GB RAM. But if you go to the settings, there is a secondary space. What do you mean by that secondary space? Nikita?
It's an additional space provided by the vendor. Might be.
See, 12 GB RAM, 256 GB hard disk. Okay, or else 512 GB hard disk. 6 GB RAM, 256 GB hard disk is one space. 6 GB RAM, 256 GB. Hard disk is other space. Sharing the hardware resource is called as a secondary space. That is called as a virtualization. In your latest smartphones or current smartphones, if you have a phone of 6 GB RAM and again 128 GB hard disk, 3 GB RAM and again 64 GB one space, remaining 3 GB and again 64 GB is well other space. Correct, right? Sharing the hardware resource is called as a virtualization. Correct, right? Same thing here. If your physical server is a local Windows laptop, in that like host operating system will be installed. On top of that, will be installing the hypervisor, guest operating system 1, guest operating system 2, like that. Same thing, that is a virtualization. And you can take an example. Is it possible to install dual WhatsApp in your phone?
Yes.
Is it possible, right?
Yeah.
How can you present?
With using two numbers.
Using two numbers? No. Basically, only one WhatsApp we can use, right?
Sorry, I'm not getting your question correctly. There is a lag in between. I see.
Now is it okay? Hello?
Yeah.
Is it audible, Bharat?
Yes. Better, but seems like my end the range is quite low. I just connected.
No disrupted voice.
Oh, I connected with like broadband only.
My end, I think.
How about you, Nikita? Is it audible to you?
No,
Hi.
means it is disrupted voice little bit.
Sorry?
I think disrupted voice. His voice is not clear.
Now? Now is it okay?
Could you?
Yeah, it's better now. Yes.
Okay. Anyway, see, sharing the hardware resource is called as a virtualization, and again sharing the operating system resource is called as a containerization. So is it possible to install dual WhatsApp in our phone? Yes, it is possible to install dual WhatsApp in our phone. Clear, right?
Yes.
Yes. How it is? Dual apps. It will share the operating system resources. Example, libraries, kernels, binaries, all these things is called as a containerizations. Clear, right? That's what Docker is a company name. The platform is backend containerization. So is it clear, right? My voice is anything is pending here. Is it clear?
Yes, clear.
All right. Sharing the operating system resource. What are the operating system resource? Binary, kernel, libraries, execution files. That is called as a containerizations. Example, in our current smartphone, we can install dual WhatsApp. So if you install any WhatsApp, any applications, right? There is a dual apps. It will be splitting into the two applications, right? And again, now Docker is a company name. What containerization is a platform. Like this Docker, we have a multiple competitive companies, Nomad, Podman, many more things. Okay, Nomad, Podman, NOMAD, Nomad, Podman, Docker, Rocket, Mesosphere, Linux containers, Microsoft containers. These are the multiple tools we have. Dockers. Docker is just a company name. What is the backend? It works containerizations. Okay, right? That is what like in depth of containerizations. What is the monolithic services? What is the microservices? What is the microservices applications? How can we deploy? All these things we can have seen end to end on this. Yeah, this is a basic syllabus of our complete class. Completely CI/CD, continuous integration. What is that continuous integration? What is the continuous delivery, continuous deployment? what are the plugin jobs we can install in the Jenkins, all these things we can able to see end to end.
Okay, that means we are going to do the labs which will be running all the things on the Kubernetes or the Docker through Jenkins pipeline, and the codes will be written in GitLab. Is that correct?
GitHub. No. We are using the Jenkins pipeline where we can build our Docker images and we can deploy into the Kubernetes environment.
Yeah, aren't we not using the SVN or the source control version there?
Sorry?
Are we using the source SCM?
Yes, we are using by default source code management tools, GitHub.
Okay.
Clear? Yeah. This is what like our completely Jenkins Docker Kubernetes classes. So it's like completely 45 days, every day 1 hour. Any questions on this?
What will be the schedule of this sessions? Will it be 7:30 every day?
Yes, 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m.
Okay. And how about the study material and the videos? Videos will be available. The recording will be every time.
Yes, this recording and again videos will be completely available here.
Okay. Are we practicing it? Going to practice it on AWS or Azure, or we are going to create our
Yes,
own environment?
AWS.
Okay, because it's written that physical server. Okay.
Yeah. So in the AWS only, we are going to launch the new EC2 machines. I mean, servers, and again we are installing, and again we are doing all this kind of end-to-end automations. So I think like soon our paid link will coming on this, and again please so have a look on this. Any questions? If you have like any questions, like we'll clarify now only. Yeah.
Last question is the of curiosity. The Kubernetes admin certification. Will I be able to if I study it well and do the labs and understand the concept, will I able to be ready for the Kubernetes certification admin part? Because that's what is the more demanding in current industry, current market at present. So my focus was to learn this Kubernetes, because the days when EC2 instance were being asked and the automation, so that is far lagging behind. And nowadays it is all of containerization era. So
Yeah, 100% you can do that. So meanwhile, I will give the external tasks again, some of the study materials, so that like you can go to the deep dive and again you can clear out on that Kubernetes administrative part.
thank you, sir. That will really help me.
Sure. So please register like as a dear so that like we can start our live classes. So because I don't want to waste of time by giving demos and all, we can start our live classes. That's what we are.
Okay.
So finally, we understood that what is virtualization, what is containerization, right? Sharing the hardware resources called as a virtualization. What exactly hardware? RAM, ROM, any kind of hardware devices. And again, what is the containerizations? Sharing the operating system resources called as a containerizations. Clear, right?
Yes.
All right, Rajat. So Nikita, how about you? And again, Bharat.
Yes.
Yes.
Or so if we doesn't have like any questions, can we wind up this session now?
I have one more question coming on the way. Separate from this discussion of Kubernetes, what scripting language been used to automate this Kubernetes? Let's say in an Ansible or in a CI/CD, where there are some scripts been written. So is it mostly into shell script or some other versions are used? Because I honestly I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
It's completely declarative pipeline codes.
It's no scripting as of will be there in major of the organization.
That's will be there.
With this, if I have to learn, what should I learn? Is it like Python script or shell script? Because both are new to me.
Shell scripting is enough.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so if it doesn't have like any questions, can we wind up this session now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so tomorrow the same time, okay? So the live classes. So and again, please connect to the management team so that like they'll be changing the link. There is a like paid link is different and again the demo link is different. Okay. Sure, Bharat. Thank you, Bharat. Thank you, Raja. Thank you, Nikita. Have a great day.
Thank you.